one of the items from last meeting was going to talk about $2 million for 2 years to Hardin County 1, Hardin County 2. You was going to.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of discussion about this, and our 2 water districts have come to a consensus, and I'll let them, whichever one wants to talk to it. But it's a 73-27 split, 73 to Water District 2, 27% to Water District 1. And there's reasons for that. And I'll let whichever one of you two talk to it.
Yeah, I'll be happy to speak to it. I think, again, after some deliberation, we've come to an agreement, and pretty short and simple at this point. I think District 2's agreed to the 73-27 split. We've also agreed that District 1 can have all their money for the first year. District 2 will take the remaining, and then the remainder in the second year.
I concur.
Anybody have any questions for them on this? So we'll have a resolution then at the next meeting to go ahead and split it up that way. Is that okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
And I guess I got a question for Lisa. We get the money, do we pay them as construction's completed, or we just
I don't know how that, we don't know.
We don't have anything.
It's
So if it's a reimbursable, then yes, they would have to do it.
do you all know how it's supposed to be done?
Well, yeah, it depends on if it's going to be administered through KIA or administered through the county. I'm not sure yet. If it's administered through KIA, the county has nothing to do with it at this point. Otherwise, it'd be like we're doing for our round, well, not the round 1, but the ARPA funds, which is we incur a cost and then we request reimbursement.
All the wording said was it goes to KIA for Hardin County, through Hardin County Fiscal Court for the water projects. It didn't even mention which one or anything. It didn't even mention their names. So that's what I guess that's what we're waiting for. It. But it's starting July 1. So
We're hoping it goes through KIA and we
Yeah.
don't have to deal with it at all.
Right.
We'll see.
I'm sorry. Did the ARPA funds come through DLG or through KIA? You know?
DLG.
Okay. This would probably come through KIA then, which would be administered through KIA.
And then in the past, we've not received any of that money, so.
Real quick, Kenny, I'm just double checking, the project that you all are focusing on down at White House.
any other questions? Then I guess Stephanie.
Right now, I'm in the process of just closing out current grants and waiting to hear on all the upcoming grants, and getting ready for household hazardous waste. It'll be here before we know it. So that's early August. But we're advertising for it already on our digital signs. And Wally's just trying to keep his head afloat there on code enforcement. We're taking anywhere from 2 to about 12 to 15 complaints a day right now. So, of course, it's summertime, it's mowing season, and not everybody mows their lawn the way they feel their neighbor should. So the complaints have started rolling in like crazy. So if you all have any complaints to bring to him, please give him a little bit of extra time, because he has been out doing inspections almost every day for several hours. So just FYI on that. That's all I got right now.
Any questions? Mark?
I don't have anything for court.
And Adam?
I do not have any items for fiscal.
Mr. Steck?
No, I also do not have anything for court.
I guess they're paving now, aren't they? I've seen them. Holy Lane was one that I seen them pave.
Yes, sir. They got Holly Lane. Yes, they have just a few roads to finish up for me before they're done with my punch list. But they got Taylor's Lane and Wheel Yard today. We're moving to Cecilia. They're going to finish up on Church Avenue and the entrance to St. Ambrose. Just we're gonna do from 86 St. Ambrose Church to where it meets Church Avenue, and then do Church Avenue around the loop. The remainder of St. Ambrose is in fair condition. The front part got pretty, I don't know what I call this. It got distressed during the reconstruction of St. Ambrose Church.
And I guess I seen they finished Decker School Road.
Yes, sir.
And they've striped it.
Yes, sir. That should be striped and stop bars and rumble strips and all of that put back. All the pavement markings have been reestablished.
Any questions? John?
I have nothing for court.
And then Hardin County Water District 1.
Yes, we got, our phase 2. We've got everything seeded, strawed. And there's 1 or 2 more areas, and I've got to do a final inspection on it to see if there's any, after this rain, we should see sprouts about everywhere. And if I don't, the areas that I don't, I'll get him to come back out and reseed it, straw it. So hopefully we're getting down to the end on that. We got Highway 361 is gonna start up. And Adam had contacted me that he's got another developer looking at that area out there, a medical company. And schedule wise, we're gonna try to start end of June, 1st of July, and hope to finish within 60 to 90 days. Just according to weather and how much the guys get, our people are gonna do it. So just see how much, we've got some breaks and stuff like that, they'll have to get on it or off of it. But pretty much what our schedule is.
Start on the southern end.
We'll start on the north end, go south.
We want to get through the back of that subdivision where the easement is back there before they really get going on some of the areas back in there.
I think the project will end up being a vine grove. I think they're gonna pursue annexation, but they've got 30 acres there, so they're gonna do something. But they're gonna kind of be at the mercy of the water.
I've talked to Murray, I'm gonna send him a set of plans. And he said they didn't have really an approval of the plans because we're not on one of their roads. But he just appreciated a set of plans. If he wants to, I'll sit down and go over it with him. All that kind of thing. But he said it was in Radcliffe, but I guess it hadn't been annexed yet.
Subdivision is.
Oh, the subdivision, yeah, this may go Vine Grove, because Vine Grove's already at the corner there.
Yeah.
So they'd really just be dealing with like 2 properties.
You want to set them?
Sure.
And then I was gonna say with all the rain we had yesterday, you was talking about the seeding, it may have washed it out. They'll have
It's
to-
either up or in Rough River somewhere.
Any questions? Sean? Trevor?
I was just in time. Sorry for being late, had an issue at the college, but Highway 251 progress kind of stalled. We're moving that crew to Commerce Drive to focus on the music venue. That project's going pretty well. And it's pretty well it. It's going to tie up a lot of our resources right there for the next little bit. Aim to be out there by the end of this month.
We have a pre-con scheduled right with the contractor for the 720 project this Friday. And so we've given them notice to proceed.
So you've got a kind of a stop there on 251, and when do you said by the end of this month you'll have the be back
We'll
over there?
transition back. It's a good stopping point anyway. We're getting a line in service, going to go back and tie the services over on that new section. So as far as new line, it was going to be stalled anyway.
Okay.
Any other questions? Judge Taul?
I don't have anything else.
Any issues, Fred?
Yeah, just this happened yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to get to you on the agenda, but I received a call yesterday from Marty Fulkerson, the Hardin County Fair Board Chair, and they're working on an entrance there. I think Scotty's going to finish some paving, repaving or something of the entrance. He wanted to know if the county could help with some of the, I guess, site work.
They need some excavation. If anybody's familiar with the fairgrounds, I think about 2 years ago, road department helped. There was a grass median down through there, and we removed a bunch of that sod, excavated it probably approximately 12 inches, and then we put some base rock in there, and they came back and put base asphalt and then overlaid the whole thing. And it turned out really good, but they didn't do it all the way up to 31W. I'm not sure why they didn't do it at the time, but now they're wanting to finish that. There's not a lot of it left. I went out there and looked at it just on my own reconnaissance because they'd asked me about it. I'm going to say there's a couple days work out there for us, and I would assume that all the drills would be provided by Fair Board.
Yeah, he did. He just said he would get with Michael and see what, meet with Scotty's and see what needs to be done. So you have the scope of work and everything done.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of went out there and did a visual inspection of my own to estimate how much work I thought needed to be done. I mean, it's pretty minimal. I would think, in a perfect scenario, I would think we could get done with it in a day, but let's just say a couple days worth of work out there.
So you're comfortable with it then?
Yes, I am, as long as nobody has any objections to me working for them.
No, I think we can help out that board and get that done. So if there's no other issues that anybody else has with it.
No, it's always been done in the past.
Obviously, I think the fair's always been a community support effort, so
Sure.
doing our part to help.
Okay, well, I'll get with Mr. Fulkerson and line that out.
One other thing, I got a call from James Victory yesterday with Congressman Guthrie's office, and he got me all excited at first. Said he had grant money for possibly the end of life equipment, but when he got here, actually was not. It was grant money involving infrastructures for emergency services and stuff. So, but in the conversation, he did indicate that since we are in close proximity of Fort Knox, that this money is probably pretty easily accessible to the county. If we had projects, we don't have any EMS projects per se, I guess, for that. But he also mentioned bridges, and with White Mills Bridge and other bridges we've got. I didn't know, Mark, if you had any figures on that yet. I know you've said in the
White Mills, we reached out to the Intech people at Lexington. They're a professional group, and that's what I was talking about on the radios. Is they specialize in restoring and rebuilding old bridges, and like I said, that's our priority, is try to keep that thing in place. And I haven't got any numbers back from them, but we finally got all the information we need from the state. And I'm asking them to give me 3 options. One is to replace all members. That's going to be way too expensive, but at least I want to show you guys the numbers of what we're dealing with. And then I can explain why I like that approach probably the best if we can afford it. The second one is to replace just the members. And the third is to convert it to a pedestrian bridge so we can keep it around. I don't have any numbers yet. One of the ballparks, one of the guys gave us at the state inspector, he said, you're talking a couple $1 million to replace all those members. And that's just him not knowing for sure. And so once we get Intech, then I'll send that to the judge, and then he can send it out to everybody and let you know what kind of numbers we're really dealing with there on this. And I'm looking at all kinds of different sources for our income too. We're trying to explore the historical society. There was another funding with that great big infrastructure thing. It came out as billions of dollars. They're going to try to funnel as much of that into county bridges as they can. And so I've already got feelers out and contacts out to try to tap into that grant. Tell me what we need to do for that grant money. I already asked about CCBIP. They said, nope, can't touch it with that money. So we're looking at that federal infrastructure grant is a multi-billion-dollar project. And then there was another one that came out more recently that we're going to try to tap into. So I'm hitting whatever resources I can to try to cover this.
He said this one, the average award is 8 million.
Well, if we can get that, that'd be awesome.
But we've got to get it in by June 25th.
Well,
Got to apply.
Well,
We
just
will apply.
send it my way, and I'll send them whatever we
Well,
can.
it's supposed to be-
Accept.
I got a message from him. He's going to email me all the documents on it, but I haven't gotten them yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, if you send it to me, I've already got documents I'm sending to the Intech people, and maybe we can piggyback. Maybe they can get me something, at least some
At least get an
ballpark.
estimate to get in an application.
Yeah, to get the application in the door and do any kind of revisions after that.
Another thing too, Judge, we talked about, the FEMA.
Yeah.
The staging building.
Yeah.
Possibly, I mean, he said that type of project might work too,
Okay.
because it would benefit Fort Knox as well.
Sure.
So.
I was gonna actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, actually,
timing.
two things with that, but one thing you said average. So I think that could be, I mean, we have 2 or 3, if we throw out 3 or 4 projects and if they bite on any of them, it's better than none.
That's true.
But one would be the potential project for FEMA, which I think the state is looking for a place in the western part of the state,
Mhm.
even though we're central, but
Yeah.
we're also close enough to their assets and local, so and we're directionally perfect for everybody.
Right.
So having that here would be beneficial for us. And then the other side of that is Sonora. He reached out to me and I talked to him a little bit about, and we've talked about this about the ambulance beforehand.
Mhm.
And instead of paying a lease,
Right.
if we could, they have some land down there that either we could partner with them and build it, or they can build it. And maybe if we could tap in and use this money to build a building, we could keep an ambulance down there for
Right.
it and stop paying a lease.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked through with them and we've kind of got it on hold right now with the, at first we thought that there would be room in their current building to have an ambulance in there, but that's kind of, that's not going to work. So, but they do have some other land that's right next to it. And so they're talking about another building. Of course, one of the concerns is that one of the advantages is having the ambulance and the fire department in the same building. So anyway, there's still some more discussion about that, but I think there was a slither of land between the two that has a house on it. And so anyway,
if we could change this new one and build it to be more structurally sound for fire and EMS, I feel like that would be a perfect opportunity for this grant.
Yeah,
I think they talked about committing $400,000 towards building it.
Sure.
And if it saves them some of that money, it'd be beneficial.
Sure.
Maybe they can turn the firehouse into another community center or something. Whatever it might be.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that land, do you know how much they have right there would be enough for another total building?
Possibly. I mean, he did say it was a decent size. They paid $100,000 for it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think we should apply for all of those and see what happens.
Well, as soon as I get that from him, I'll get it to you. Then.
Okay. Yeah, because we can. Say we've got all their inspection information. We got everything we need to fire something at them. So.
So it'd be 2 requirements: a garrison commander letter of support, and one from Congressman Guthrie's office. He said that wouldn't be a problem either.
So that'll have to go through fiscal court though for a letter of support, right?
The garrison
Well,
commander can give you the
yeah,
letter of
yeah,
support. We know him, but in order to apply for the grant, it has to go through fiscal court.
Well,
It's permission
so you
to
don't
apply.
need the letter of support. That does not have to go through.
No.
No.
No, we just need a resolution for us, and then the letter of support would just come from Fort Knox. I'm sure we can get that done.
In the next fiscal court is 23rd.
What's the deadline?
25th.
Okay.
So that tightens it a little more, but.
Well, we can have everything done as long as we have support, and get it voted on.
And as long as the details are like they said they were. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen, I haven't put eyes on it yet, so.
And I think tomorrow, I think Joey can talk about the other one.
Sure.
We
call
have
it.
the information on
Yeah.
that one, the one
Yeah,
that
the
you wanted
central
to build
command.
over there, yeah, we already have some information on that,
Well, and,
diagrams and all that, yeah.
and maybe, but someone may not know about it. He's just kind of approached me about it before. So being able to share that tomorrow may make it easier for whenever we do need to go to court.
Sure.
Kenny, could I correct what I said a while ago? The ARPA money did not go through DLG, that went through U.S. Treasury. So, deal, but I just misspoke.
Any other questions, issues, comments? I guess the meeting's adjourned.